Hey guys, it's Elisa Rose, and right now we are in Moab, Utah. We're staying with the dogs in a motel, and I wanted to do a quick video about helping dogs be quiet in a motel room. We happen to be on the first floor. We have lots of people walking by our room, going to their cars, and it's definitely getting the dogs a little bit worked up here and there, so I wanted to talk about how I personally work through that. Number one, B, again, is a little bit more accustomed to the idea of mat training, which is something that's really helpful in helping dogs be calmer. Frodo, however, this is his first time being in this context. He's done some mat work before, but you can kind of see he's a little bit more on edge. So what I'm doing with him is anytime he sees anybody out the window there, I'm just reinforcing him for looking and then for checking back in. And I'll usually do this for about 10 to 15 second increments of time. Good. And then I'm going to give him a reset. So I'm going to tell him, all done. I'm going to have him come off of his mat. There it is right there. I'm going to give him a little bit of a break. All right. So usually somewhere between 30 and 60 seconds before I start another set. All right, so if you see him right now, he's still kind of checking out the window. I like to give these breaks as an opportunity for dogs to process what's happening. All right, so if we're looking at him, he's kind of, I'm going to get his attention and have him come back up to his mat. All right, this time I'm going to see if he'll do a down for me on the mat. I like to rotate through different behaviors because it helps dogs kind of start to offer some of those behaviors as a default in the future. So you can kind of see, I actually did not ask Beatrix or Fritz to go into a down on their placemats. You can actually see I'm just using bandanas for them. I put the bandanas out. They automatically kind of identified that as a place, and they settled there on their own without me actually prompting, which is my goal for Frodo. All right, but again, this is just his first time staying in a motel, so he's just not as accustomed to this as they are. Good. So again, I'm just going to reinforce him for about 10, 15 second, whoops, freebie, periods of time. I want him looking out the window and then checking back in with me. All right, I can also kind of prompt him to go into a down. I'm still hoping that he offers me some of those looks, but even if he doesn't look, do you kind of see how his right ear is twitching backwards? So I like that. He's still kind of processing what's happening outside. Good boy. Good boy. And now I'm going to do another reset with him. All done. Good boy. I have some water out for him also, just in case he wants to get a little drink during one of his breaks. Now, here's the thing. If he barks, it's not a big deal. It's okay for him to alert to the things that are happening outside. My goal here is to get him to the point where he's not feeling so worked up by seeing people walk by the window. And that at the very least he's able to redirect his attention back towards me when I'm asking for his attention. All right, jump back up. All right, and now we're going to do another set here. So anybody that's done any training with me, anybody that's done the base training program with me, this is going to look really familiar to you guys. And so I just want to point out this is exactly what I do when I have my dogs in a brand new environment, and I'm just trying to get them more comfortable. And again, you can kind of use Beatrix and Fritz as more advanced versions of this. So you can kind of see what the goal is just by looking at their behavior. Good job, guys. Good. Good job. Good. And there he's seeing some more activity outside, but he's checking in. All right. So I'll usually do this for about 5-minute periods of time, pretty short. If he still seems worked up, then I might give him something to chew on afterwards, like a bully stick or some type of food toy. And if he needs a little extra help, then I might close the blinds. I might put on some white noise. All right, ultimately, as he gets a little bit more accustomed to the idea of staying in motels, all those things might not be necessary, but certainly the first few times that a dog is exposed to this type of thing, it can be really helpful. All right, so if you guys have been traveling with your dogs recently, if you've stayed in any motels, there's actually some dogs walking out there right now. Good. Good. Let me know. I'd be curious to hear about your travels. Did you have any challenges along your trip? Good boy. How did it go? Did your dogs bark in the motel? Good boy, Frodo. So he's checking things out. I'm going to give him a few seconds to do that, and then I'm going to try to re-engage him. Frodo. Good boy. Jump up. Yes, good job. Good. He doesn't always have to be in a sit or a down. Yes, baby. That's my son Peyton back there. That's on? Yeah. Thank you for letting me know that. All right, so we're gonna finish it up right there. Thanks for joining in. Let me know about your travels and stay tuned for more videos.